What up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about this whole situation involving Marques Brownlee, who in one of his latest tech reviews, apparently because of said review, the company went under, which led him to make a whole response video about that said review.
Company appears to be on life support, likely filing for bankruptcy soon. And now this startup, Humane, they dropped their first product, this pin. I review it, it's not super positive. A lot of people are saying the same thing. And I don't even think Humane is going anywhere, by the way. But I think there is some pretty simple logic we can use to decipher what the real danger is to these companies, which is, do you still get a bunch of negative reviews and then die as a company if the product is actually really good? But let's back up for a second. What is a review? A little pet peeve of mine is I think people misuse or overuse that word a lot, but a review is just somebody uses the product and then just delivers their impressions on whether they think it's any good or not, how well it actually worked, and if their honest opinion is if it's good, then that's the review. If it's bad, that's the review. That's basically it. And so I've been an advocate of good independent reviews for what feels like forever now. But the thing about reviews is if they're not honest, then they're basically useless. I really strongly feel like everything that comes from a review, all the consequences and everything that comes around it, everything in the world of an ecosystem of reviews depends on the review being truthful and actually honest about things. So I'll just give an example. I've told this story before, but years ago, I remember I reviewed the first Razer phone when it came out. So Razer, gaming company, they make lots of stuff. They're getting into smartphones for the first time, so they made a phone that appeals to the same target demographic of gamers. So, it had a bunch of upsides and downsides. Obviously, gaming-focused features, so it's got front-facing speakers and a high refresh rate. The battery was pretty big, but also the camera was weak. And I remember the vibration motor was horrible. And I remember calling it out. I remember saying this. Also, the vibration motor in this phone, trash. Straight trash. I'm gonna call myself so you can hear this. It sounds broken, but it sounded that way out the box since day one. So that is the Razer phone. Just one of the worst vibration motors I've ever experienced in a new phone.
People gotta understand, if you're that powerful to where you could influence, so many people to the point you could end up be the reason a company goes under because you put out a review and the company that put out the product just wasn't good and they go under. It's just simple cause and effect. The person who made it cannot get upset at Marques Brownlee. All they have to do is just try harder and make a better product, then maybe they wouldn't be trying to go under. Now, I know that may sound harsh to some, but it is what it is. You put out a good product, people will thank you for it. If you put out a horrible product, they will make you remember it. And sometimes you also kind of see this in the independent scene where it may be some independent developers who might try to throw their weight around with certain content creators and will try to make it seem like, oh, they're high and mighty. Let's say if they hand out an early build of a game to kind of, gauge a creator's honest opinion about it. And if his honest opinion is it's shit, you can't get mad at him. You just need to fix what he said is wrong with the game and you'll be just fine. Even in extreme cases, some devs try to get whole channels deleted because they gave an honest opinion about a game they put out. It also makes you think. Imagine if some of the biggest YouTubers that do reviews, whether it's for TV shows, movies, or games, imagine if they had the type of influence that Marques Brownlee has to the point it could really be a deciding factor if a company practically goes bankrupt or not. Now, granted, would that happen with the big tech giants as far as Apple and Samsung? No. I'm pretty sure they go overtime to make sure that whatever product that they give Marques Brownlee is an A1 condition to where it's like, if y'all fuck up, we gonna end up firing a bunch of people because it could end up costing us millions in the process. And honestly, I don't think that's something you can get mad at a YouTuber for. Not gonna lie, this is a wild story. But y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.